Merrick arrived at the throne room, where she can finally take a leaf from the Tree of Seasons. Once she enters, she is shocked to discover several insects have emerged from a tunnel in the floor. Insect 1. Attack 15. Damage 2. Defense 16. Insect 2. Attack 21. Damage 2. Defense 13. Insect 3. Attack 19. Damage 1. Defense 16. Merrick's starting health 5 out of 10. Oh, root rot! I cry out as the first insect tries to headbutt me with the sharp horn on its head. She rolls a d20 for defense with a stat of +3. She rolled a 19. I managed to dodge and push the head away from me and deflect damage. I'm still pretty injured from the day's events, so the less I have to deal with, the better. I better bring my A-game here and fight. I pull out my crossbow and go on the offensive. She rolls a d20 for attack with a stat of +1. She rolled a 17. I breathe in and take aim. I pull the trigger. Bullseye! My shot aims straight for the soft spot just under the horn. The insect drops, twitches, and dies. The second insect slashes at me with its claws. She rolls a d20 for defense with a stat of +3. She rolled a 12. I try to run to retrieve my arrow, but I don't escape one claw catching my leg. I cry out, "Bloody root rot!" -2 health. I stagger, but I retrieve my arrow. I am a firm believer in retrieval. Arrows don't just grow on trees. I put the arrow in the crossbow and aim. She rolls a d20 for attack with a stat of +1. She rolled a natural 20. Critical roll. The second insect runs towards me. My arrow soars through the air just a second after I cock it. No time to aim, just point, shoot, and hope. The arrow pierces the insect right in its, well, what I assume is like a neck to it, and it too drops to the ground dead. I was about to run and retrieve my arrow again when a rock flies past my face, stopping me in my tracks. The third insect is hurling rocks at me that were dug up from the tunnel. I guess it has quite a number of projectiles at its disposal. It hurls another rock at my head. She rolls a d20 for defense with a stat of +3. She rolled a 21. I dive behind the first dead insect for cover as it slings rocks at me. Thank goodness I get to live to see another day. I don't really think my heart can take more excitement. I grab a new arrow, much to my annoyance, and peek my head over to get an idea of where it is. It hovers in the air. She rolled a d20 for attack with a stat of +1. She rolled a 13. I go to aim. My leg begins to sting and it becomes hard to concentrate. I can feel my hand start to shake. I sigh. Well, now I guess it's as good a time as any to work some magic. Shadowed souls, pay heed, and with my power grant me Void Bolt! She rolls a d4 for additional attack. She rolled a 3. Total attack, 16. I hear the dead insect I'm using for cover getting pelted with stones. So I peek, just briefly, then with a sort of shoot-from-the-hip mentality, I point my crossbow over the top of my cover in the direction I saw the third monster, and fire. My arrow flies through the manifested hailstorm and hits the monster in its wing. I hear the stone stop, and a thud. I stand up gingerly in time to see the creature crawl away into the tunnel. I don't chase it. I am tired. I don't know how it came to this. I just wanted to steal this tiny leaf. I tear a piece of my disguise off and tie it around the gash in my leg. I look at the 2 dead insects and see they dropped some amber. She rolls a d4 for amber. She rolled a 2. I pick up the amber, stash it, then just collapse onto my butt. I take a breath, then just lay back. I'll grab the leaf. In just a bit.